Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It is so wonderful to have you here with us today.
It really is. Thank you for tuning in. We know your time is valuable, and the fact that you're choosing to spend it improving your English with us, well, it means the world.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. You know, Emma, before we dive into the deep end today, I have to check in with you. How are you really feeling right now?
Oh, starting with the big questions. Honestly, I'm feeling a mix of things. I'm energized because I love this topic, but I'm also a little pensive.
Pensive. That's a great word. Why pensive?
Because talking about emotions is tricky. Even for native speakers, finding the right words to describe what's happening in our hearts and minds can be a challenge. It's personal, you know?
I totally get that. I'm feeling a bit vulnerable myself. I think it's because to teach this well, we have to share some of our own real-life feelings. It's not like teaching a list of irregular verbs.
Exactly. But that's what makes this lesson so essential. Emotions are the glue of human connection. If you can't tell someone how you feel, it's hard to truly bond with them in a new language.
Right. One minute you're on cloud nine, the next you're feeling a bit blue. It's the human experience.
So, today, we aren't just giving you a vocabulary list. We are going to show you the natural, conversational way to express the highs, the lows, and everything in between.
Plus, we've got a segment on those sneaky mistakes, the ones that make learners sound a bit like robots instead of people. You'll want to stick around for that.
Before we jump in, if you're glad to be here, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps us keep these lessons coming your way.
It truly does. Thank you. Now, Emma, are you ready to get emotional?
As ready as I'll ever be. Let's do it.
Okay, Emma, let's start with the basics. If I'm sitting here and I want to tell you my mood, what's the formula?
Great starting point. In English, we usually stick to two main patterns. I am plus the feeling, or I feel plus the feeling.
So, I am happy or I feel happy. They're the same, right?
Almost, but there's a subtle difference that makes you sound much more like a native speaker.
Oh, I'm all ears. Tell me.
When you say, I am happy, it can describe your current state, but it can also describe your personality. Like, I am a happy person. It's a permanent part of who you are.
Ah, okay. And I feel happy.
That usually points directly to the now. It's a reaction to a specific moment. I feel happy because the coffee is delicious.
That makes so much sense. So I am is like the big picture, and I feel is like a snapshot of right now.
Spot on. You're a natural at this, Jack.
Smiles. Well, I'm feeling pretty confident now. Let's look at some specific emotions. Emma, tell me, what's something that makes you feel happy?
Hmm. I feel happy when I see the first flowers blooming in the spring. You know, when the world starts to turn green again, it just lifts my spirits.
Ah, wow, yeah, that's a beautiful image.
What about you? What's a happy trigger for you?
I feel happy when I finally find a lost item, like my car keys. I'll be frustrated for 20 minutes and then boom, there they are in my jacket pocket. Sudden happiness.
That's the best. It's like a tiny victory. So we've got happy. What about the flip side?
You mean sad?
Right. Sadness is that heavy feeling in your chest. It's when things don't go as planned or you lose someone or something important.
I feel sad when I finish a really great TV series. I know it sounds minor, but I get so attached to the characters that I feel a little lonely when it's over.
I get that. It's like saying goodbye to friends. For me, I feel sad when I see an old, empty building. I think about all the memories that used to be there.
That's very poetic, Emma. You know, I think it's important to tell our friends watching, it's okay to say you're sad.
I agree. Sometimes learners feel they always have to say, I'm fine or I'm happy because they don't want to be negative. But being honest about feeling sad is how you get support,
Exactly. It's healthy.
turning the volume up and down.
Right, because I'm not always just happy. Sometimes I'm exploding with joy, and sometimes I'm just doing okay.
Exactly. We use modifiers to show how strong the feeling is. If it's a small feeling, we use a little or a bit.
I'm a bit tired.
Perfect. It means you could use a nap, but you're still functioning.
And if it's a medium standard feeling,
Then you don't need any extra words. I am happy. I am sad. It's direct and clear.
but what if I'm feeling something really strongly, like I just won the lottery?
Then we bring out the heavy hitters. Very, really, so, or extremely.
I've heard so used a lot. I'm so happy for you.
Yes, so is very warm and natural in conversation. I'm so glad you called.
What about extremely? That sounds a bit formal.
It is a bit more intense. You'd use it for big things. I was extremely surprised when they threw me a secret party.
Oh, I'd be extremely shocked. My heart would probably stop for a second.
Exactly. Let's practice the difference. Jack, you find $1 on the sidewalk. How do you feel?
I'm a little happy. It's a nice surprise, but I'm not going to dance in the street.
Okay, now you find out you're going on an all-expenses-paid vacation to Hawaii tomorrow.
Oh, I am extremely excited. I'm already packing my bags in my mind.
See? The word extremely changes the whole energy of the sentence.
It really does. It's like a volume knob for your emotions.
This feels like a good spot to take a tiny break before we get into the tougher emotions like anger and frustration.
I agree. We've covered a lot of ground already.
Okay, let's talk about those feelings that feel a bit hot. You know, when your face gets warm and you feel like you might explode. Angry.
Oh boy, anger. It's not a fun one to feel, but we definitely need to know how to talk about it. What makes you angry, Emma?
I feel angry when I see people being treated unfairly, especially if someone is being a bully. It really makes my blood boil.
My blood boil. I love that idiom. It perfectly describes that heat. For me, I feel angry when I'm lied to. Trust is big for me. So if someone breaks it, I feel that sharp sting of anger.
That's totally valid. But you know, Jack, we don't always go straight to angry. Sometimes it's a bit lower on the scale, like annoyed.
Yes, annoyed is like a mosquito buzzing in your ear. It's not a tragedy, but it's bothersome.
Exactly. I feel annoyed when someone plays loud music on their phone in a public place. It's just, why?
I feel annoyed when I'm trying to type a message and my phone keeps autocorrecting words to things I didn't mean.
Oh, the struggle is real. So we have annoyed, small, and then there's frustrated. This one is a bit different.
Right, frustrated is when you're trying to achieve something, but there's a wall in your way.
Yes, like when you're learning English and you can't remember a word you know you studied yesterday.
Ah, that's the worst. You feel stuck. You're putting in the effort, but you aren't seeing the result yet.
I feel frustrated when I'm following a map and I still get lost. I'm looking at the blue dot, I'm looking at the street sign, and nothing matches.
I've been there. My face usually gets all scrunched up when I'm frustrated.
I can imagine. So, to recap for everyone, annoyed is a small bother, frustrated is when you're stuck, angry is the big, strong emotion.
That's a great way to categorize them. It helps to know which one to pick so you don't overreact in a conversation.
Now, let's move to the mind. Have you ever had a thought that just won't leave you alone?
You mean worrying? Oh, all the time.
Worry is when your brain is trying to predict the future, but it's only predicting the bad stuff.
Exactly. What if I'm late? What if I forgot my keys? What if I said something silly?
I feel worried when my mom doesn't answer her phone. I know she's probably just busy gardening, but my mind goes to a million what ifs.
I'm the same way with travel. I feel worried about missing my flight even if I get to the airport 3 hours early.
Better safe than sorry. But sometimes worry turns into something heavier, anxious.
Anxious feels more physical to me. It's like a tightness in the chest or a fidgety feeling.
That's a perfect description. Anxiety is often more general. You might feel anxious about life or a big change, like moving to a new house.
I felt so anxious when I first started this job. I wasn't sure if I'd fit in or if I'd be good at it. It lasted for about a week.
But look at you now. You're a pro.
Thanks, Emma. Talking about it really helped back then, and that's a key phrase for our viewers, to talk it out. Emma, let's talk it out. It means to discuss your feelings to make them feel smaller and more manageable.
I love that. I'm feeling a bit anxious. Can we talk it out? It's a very healthy way to ask for help. There's one more heavy emotion I want to touch on because it's so common in our modern world. Overwhelmed.
Oh man, this is the too much feeling.
Exactly. Too many tasks, too much noise, too much information. It feels like you're underwater.
I feel overwhelmed on Monday mornings when I see my to-do list. It's like, how is it possible to do 20 things in 8 hours?
I feel overwhelmed when I'm in a very crowded, loud place. My brain just shuts down because there's too much to process.
And that can be a lot. What do you do when that happens?
I have to step away. I find a quiet corner, take some deep breaths, and try to focus on just one thing.
That's smart. I usually break it down. Instead of looking at the whole list, I just look at the first task, just one thing at a time.
One step at a time. That's a great motto for life and for learning English.
Totally. If you try to learn every word today, you'll feel overwhelmed. But if you just learn the words in this video, you're doing great.
Okay, let's move to something a bit lighter, though it doesn't feel light when it's happening. Embarrassed.
Oh no. Everyone has an embarrassing story. It's part of being human.
It really is. Embarrassed is when you feel like everyone is looking at you because you made a mistake or did something silly.
Like the time I walked into a glass door because it was so clean I didn't see it.
Oh no, Jack. Did people see?
A whole cafe full of people. My face turned bright red. I just turned around and walked away as fast as I could.
My face turned bright red. That's the classic sign. For me, I once called a person by the wrong name for an entire hour when I realized I wanted the ground to swallow me up.
I wanted the ground to swallow me up. That is the perfect idiom for extreme embarrassment.
We also have a word for a slightly different feeling, self-conscious.
Ooh, good one. Self-conscious is when you feel like people are judging you, even if you haven't done anything wrong yet.
Exactly. Like if you're wearing a new outfit and you're worried it looks strange, you feel self-conscious.
I think a lot of English learners feel self-conscious about their accent.
You're so right. But honestly, most native speakers don't care about the accent. They're just happy to be talking to you.
That's true. So don't feel self-conscious. Be proud of your progress.
Speaking of pride, that's a perfect transition to our next section on positive emotions.
I'm ready for some good vibes.
Let's start with a really powerful one. Grateful. This is more than just saying thank you. It's a warm feeling in your heart when you appreciate something.
I love this word. I feel grateful every time we see a kind comment on our videos. It reminds me why we do this.
It really does. I feel grateful for my morning quiet time. Just me, a cup of tea, and the birds chirping. It's a small thing, but it makes me feel so lucky.
You know, there's a common mistake here. Some people say, I am thank you, but that's not right.
Right. You should say, I am grateful or I am thankful.
Got it. I am grateful for my friends. Now, what about when you do something great, like when you finally understand a difficult grammar rule?
That's proud. It's that feeling of, yes, I did it.
I feel proud of my sister. She just started her own business, and she's working so hard.
That's wonderful. We can be proud of ourselves or proud of someone else.
I feel proud of myself when I finish a long workout. My legs might be tired, but my mind is happy.
Exactly. It's about recognizing your own effort. And that leads us to confident.
Confident is the I can do this feeling.
Yes, you feel sure of yourself. I feel confident when I've prepared a lot for a lesson. I'm not worried about mistakes because I know the material inside and out.
I feel confident when I'm wearing my favorite suit. I don't know why, but it just makes me feel like I can handle anything.
The power suit effect, it's real. But remember, confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about being okay with whoever you are in that moment.
Speaking of handling things, what about when you have that fire to get things done?
You mean motivated.
Yes, motivation is the fuel. I feel motivated to learn a new language when I book a trip to that country. Suddenly, I want to study every single day.
That's a great spark. I feel motivated when I see the results of my hard work. If I'm tidying my house, seeing one clean room motivates me to finish the rest.
And then there's inspiration.
Right. Inspiration usually comes from the outside, a beautiful song, a great book, or a person who does something amazing.
I was so inspired by that documentary we talked about earlier. Not the deep sea one, but the one about the person who planted a whole forest by himself.
Wow, that is inspiring. It makes you want to go out and do something good for the world, doesn't it? Ah, you're talking about bittersweet.
Yes, like when you graduate from university. You're happy you finished, but you're sad to leave your friends.
That's the perfect example. It's a mix of bitter, the sadness, and sweet, the joy.
I feel bittersweet when I sold my first car. It was old and broken, so I was happy to get a new one, but I had so many memories in that old thing.
I think we all have a bittersweet relationship with our first cars.
And what about when your brain feels like a big bowl of spaghetti?
That's confused.
I feel confused when I look at taxes. I read the instructions, but it feels like they're written in a secret code.
Tell me about it. Or when someone gives you directions like, turn left at the tree that looks like a cat.
Wait, what? Is there actually a tree that looks like a cat?
In my neighborhood, there is, but it makes me very confused every time I try to find it.
That's a great one. We also use puzzled or baffled if the confusion is really strong.
I'm baffled by his behavior. That means you have absolutely no idea why he did what he did.
It's a fun word to say, too. Baffled.
Okay, Jack, it's time for that section we promised, the common mistakes part.
Let's save our viewers from sounding like a textbook. What's the biggest one you see?
The most common one is the difference between ed and ing adjectives.
Oh, this is a classic. I am boring versus I am bored.
Exactly. If you say, I am boring, you are saying your personality is not interesting. You are the cause of the boredom.
And if you say I am bored, you're describing your feeling.
Right. So, the movie was boring, so I felt bored.
That is such an important distinction. You don't want to tell your date that you are boring when you mean you are bored.
Definitely not. Another one is using very with words that are already strong.
Like very exhausted?
Technically, you can say it, but it's much more natural to say completely exhausted or just exhausted.
Ah, because exhausted already means very tired.
Exactly. It's like saying very giant. A giant is already big.
That makes total sense. So keep it simple. If the word is already strong, you don't need to add much to it.
Precisely. Now, how about we put all of this together into one final conversation?
I think everyone is ready for that. Let's show them how a real emotional conversation flows.
Okay, let's set the scene. Imagine we're meeting up after a really long, stressful week. We're finally sitting down at a cafe to catch up.
I can picture it. I've got my coffee, I'm leaning back. Okay, let's go.
Jack, oh my gosh, I am so glad we finally made this happen. I've had the most overwhelming week.
I can see it in your eyes, Emma. You look completely exhausted. What happened?
Well, it started on Monday. I was really nervous about that big project presentation. I stayed up until 3 a.m. preparing, so I was incredibly tired the next morning.
Oh no. Did the presentation go okay?
That's the thing. I was so proud of the work I did, but then my computer froze right in the middle of it. I felt so embarrassed standing there in front of the whole board of directors.
Ooh, ouch. I would have been frustrated too. Did you get it fixed?
Eventually, but for a few minutes, I was totally baffled. I didn't know which button to press. I felt a bit anxious that they'd think I wasn't prepared.
You sure they understood? Tech problems happen to everyone.
You're right. My boss was actually really kind about it. I felt so grateful for her support. She even said she was impressed with how I handled the stress.
See? You should be confident in your skills. You're a pro under pressure.
Thanks, Jack. That makes me feel much better. But enough about me. How was your week? You mentioned you were feeling a little pensive earlier?
Yeah, it's been a bittersweet one. My best friend is moving to Italy tomorrow. I'm so excited for him because it's his dream, but I'm pretty sad that I won't see him every weekend anymore.
Aw, Jack, I totally understand that. It's okay to feel conflicted.
Exactly. But talking to you has made me feel more motivated to actually book a flight and visit him later this year.
There's that inspiration we talked about.
Wow, did you see how many feeling words we just used?
It's amazing how much more alive a conversation becomes when you use specific emotions instead of just saying, I'm good or I'm bad.
Absolutely. Now it's time for our question of the day.
We want to hear from you. Think about your week so far. What is one emotion you have felt and why?
Maybe you felt motivated because you started a new book, or maybe you felt annoyed because it's been raining for 3 days.
Whatever it is, write it in the comments below using the patterns we learned today. Use I felt emotion because reason.
We read every single comment, and it is the best way for you to practice talking out your feelings in English.
Before we go, I want to say something important. Learning to express your feelings in a second language is a huge achievement.
It really is. It takes courage to be vulnerable and tell someone, I'm feeling anxious or I'm feeling overwhelmed in English.
But every time you do it, you become more confident. You move from being a student to being a communicator.
And that is something to be extremely proud of.
If you enjoyed this lesson and feel inspired to keep learning, please give this video a thumbs up.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a chance to practice with us. We have new lessons coming your way every single week.
Thank you for being here. We are so grateful for this community.
Keep practicing, keep feeling, and most importantly, keep being you.
We believe in you.
See you in the next video.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
And cut. Whew, Jack, that was a long one. How are you feeling now?
Honestly, I'm feeling pretty hungry. Want to go grab some lunch?
Definitely. Let's go.